Pray that you'll be alright. Only way I'm survive. Driving out like an undead. Diesel on me up like they're trying to burn like vampires. Watch out, I'm more back. Hold up, get a sidetrack. I forgot where I'm at. Now I wonder where the time went. Wonder where I fled the cold knife. I watch the scenes to my skin. I let the blood dry. Sear my wounds to it all again. I still feel their eyes judging me for who I am. It's been a long night. I let some long nights. I'm so sad, I don't like you. I don't think that I can trust satisfied you. It's not your fault, but I hate you. Can you just tell me now, is it all true? Thunder in the night time, kill me under club lights. You're giving me a fight, you're giving me bad vibes. I don't wanna talk now, I don't wanna calm down. If you try to badmouth, track you like a bloodhound.
cigarettes is all I need to survive.
I guess it's about time to go.
You seem like you're doing real well. I take it things are good with Arashi. Don't look at me like that. It's been about 2 years now. I got over it a long time ago. If you still don't want to see me, though, I understand. I'll do my best to respect that. But if it's not too much trouble, it'd be nice if you could drop by my folks' joint with Arashi once in a while. My mom and dad miss you guys.
Shawty wanna spend the night out. I said I just might catch it later, no doubt. Hop up in my Tesla, I'm in love. Leaving shot like that spell, lights out. Shawty wanna spend the night out. I said I just might catch it later, no doubt. Hop up in my Tesla, I'm in love. Leaving shot like that spell, lights out. In the club, let's just run it up. By the way she talking, I think Shawty fell in love. Is she really plotting or just falling for the drugs? If I'm wrong, I'll say I'm sorry, but you thought that's so unjust. Don't trust, I can rush it. I can tell my angel something like you Corey. Why the hell I messed things up before it started? Switching like to set it real fast, and you think it's party. On your line, away from your eyes, away tonight. Let's be on, my way to a day, replace you be our paradise.
What's going on? Why are you ignoring me?
Can't really say. Perhaps it's because I'm jealous. Would you mind giving me some space? I'm feeling very wounded right now.
You know what I'm saying? Young bruh, cool nice. You know what I'm saying? Third house, angel heart, you know what I'm saying? Forever angels. They say, young bro, what the fuck you doing? Bitch, I'm living. Tryna blow up, get some money for some bitches. Oh, baby, me, goddamn it, I'm a princess. Do you what the fuck I want? Fuck your opinion. I don't trust these niggas, they be switching. I don't trust these bitches cause they bitches. I only fuck with girls and women. Catch me with my squad and we ride windows tinted. Yo, man, bitch, hit me up on Snapchat. Sending nudes, goddamn bitch, where your dad at? I don't got time for no hoes, bro, you can have it. You want beef with Thrax House, bitch, you get laughed at. I got that key on the boy, get your ass back. I will swing so fast that you get flashbacks. Man, I'm tired of these bitches, where's school dance at?
Do you want to know what it is? It is all around us. Even now,
No man is safe from. You can run, but you can't hide forever from these streets that we done took. You walking with your head down, scared to look. Shook, cause ain't no such things as halfway crooks. They never around when the beef cooks in my part of town. It's similar to Vietnam. Now we all grown up and old and be on the cop control. They better have the riot gear ready. Trying to back me and get rock steady. By the Mac 1 double, I touch you and leave you with not much to go home with. My skin is thick, cause I'll be up in the mix of action. If I'm not at home, puffin' live, relaxing. New York got a nigga depressed, so I wear a slug proof underneath my guest. God bless my soul, before I put my foot down and begin to stroll into the drama I feel. And all unfinished beef, you will soon be killed. Put us together, it's like mixing vodka and milk. I'm going out blasting, taking my enemies with me. And if not, they scar so they will never forget me. Lord forgive me, the Hennessy got me not knowing how to act. I'm falling and I can't turn back. Until my death, my goal is to stay alive. Survival of the fit, only the strong survive. Yeah.
like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind.
I'm trapped for shit happens for a reason. You find out who the true equals when you're upstate bleeding. You can't find a shorty the truth to big with you. Hit with a 2 to 4 is difficult. While on the streets I try to maintain. Tight with my Lucas hoes like the run game. Some niggas like to trip, but I ain't with that trickin' shit. I'm like the 2 saving those who I could big with was an elect. Now I'm set, ready to jet. No matter how much loot I get, I'm staying in the projects forever. Takes all the blocks, we out clever. And beat we never separate, go together. When worse come to worst, my peoples come first. Try to react and get the motherfucker feeling hurt. My crew's all about loot. Fuck looking cute, I'm flipping to boots. An army certified suits, puffin' nails, lay back, enjoying the smell. And the brand's getting down, it ain't hard to tell. You better realize this to the day that we die. Survival of the fit, only the strong survive. We live in this till the day that we die. Survival of the fit, only the strong survive. Open your eyes to get wise. Live alive.
What?
have traveled to foreign land. I have ice all across my hands. You can skate on it, figure eight on it. Yeah, I say yes up yellow blue to my Russian bitch. And she love that shit. Yeah, then she suck my. Okay, big ass rims on my ride. Big rim. If I jump out the roof, I'ma die. That's suicide. I'm not no farmer, but my car's got horsepower. Sour patch paint job, got these boys sour. I have ice all across my hand. I have
What's up? You want a hug? Alright, well. Watch, what got?
You know what I want to do with XQC? We gotta hop on this.
Oh, that was nice.
Charlie is charged. Thank you for that vibe. Gifted. Thank you, Charlie.
Will I get a welcome to the jungle before I die?
Oh, that's nice. Gee whiz. Yo, can you hear my muscles like cracking? Is that normal? Ugh. Ow! No. Check. Check, you guys hear the muscles crack? Oh, is that normal? Chad, that's happened when you're really muscular, right? Oh, did you just fucking laugh? Get out.
No.
Get out. Don't bother. Not funny.
I'll tell you how much.
Yo, Merry Christmas, chat, stay cozy. Good morning, Mr. Cow.
Okay, be real. Oh my god! Whoa! Whoa! Big!
Merry Christmas, chat, stay cozy.
Holy wow!
Anyway.
Very, very strong. Oh my god. Alright, bye. I gotta go back. Back to work. Bye.
Bye. Sorry, I was out of breath. She heard it.
There is someone who is about to get arrested in the case involving the death of Celeste Reed.
Whoa! Look at me.
David. We know a lot. Let me download you on what we know.
Jesus.
So this week, there has been a witness before the grand jury, and he...
Yo, that vein does not look healthy. Like, what the fuck, dude?
...is intimately involved in David's life, the singer David, who the LAPD and the LA County DA says in a suspect in what they believe is the murder of Celeste Rivas.
Bro, it's
his name
moving.
is Robert Morgenroth. Robert Morgenroth is the head of Mogul Vision.
Okay, guys, this is a message to TMZ. I know you guys watch my stream, I'll tell you guys right now, okay? The way it's getting delivered to the news these days is bad. I'll tell you why, okay? When it's a big news, he's all, oh my god, this is happening. Look at the shoulders, right? When the news is like kind of a whatever news, he's just reading it. He's just chilling at work. He's just reading it like that. You can tell what's gonna be the news before you see it. So people, you guys are gonna get less retention time on your watching of the news. So you had to make your guy like this, shoulders straight, boom. Guys, this is happening. I can't believe it. Not like this, like guys, I'm reading something. You know what I mean?
Which is the label for David. But more than just
it's nonverbal.
The general manager, he is a manager. He manages David, and he is involved in David's day-to-day life, and clearly knows a lot. So on Monday, Morgenroth was in the hallway with his lawyer, and there were people around, and they weren't sitting or standing right next to them, but the hallway echoes, and it was clear to people around there that there was a conversation that Morgenroth was having with his lawyer, and he was recounting what happened inside the grand jury room with the prosecutor.
This Candace Owens, Charlie Kirk's Turning Point USA, and now Erica Kirk herself situation, it is spiraling out of control. And it is very much threatening to cause a forever divide in the Republican Party. Because just a quick recap for those of you that are joining us on chapter 73 of this whole situation, Candace Owens has been insisting that there is more to the story of Charlie Kirk's assassination than what we've been told. And you know, over time, she's kind of cycled through pretty much everyone either accusing them or kind of alluding or going something didn't smell right involved in Charlie Kirk's death, right? And she has a particular particular fixation on the French as well as Egyptian planes following Erica Kirk for years. But most recently, she's taken aim at Charlie's own organization, Turning Point USA, saying that she thinks that Charlie was betrayed by those close to him. And you know, we've talked about this fairly extensively. Some people just kind of amused by the drama, others maybe realizing how important this is as far as the Republican Party moving forward. Because Candace Owens isn't some random. Some people try to minimize her, but she's arguably one of the biggest podcasters in the world. But you know, with all this, the big thing to note is that Candace has been speculating and spreading these conspiracy theories for months. Well, there hasn't been much reaction from the organization itself until recently. Yesterday, at an interview with Fox News, you had Erica Kirk finally responding, at least vaguely.
I do not have time to address the noise. My silence does not mean that I am complacent. Come after me, call me names, I don't care. Call me what you want, go down that rabbit hole, whatever. When you go after the people that I love, and you're making hundreds and thousands of dollars every single episode, going after the people that I love because somehow they're in on this. No, this is not okay. It's not healthy. This is a mind virus. This is a duty to my husband, and it's an absolute honor, and I will never back down. And so my message to them is to stop. To stop.
And she echoed that sentiment in an interview with CBS, except this time directly referencing Candace herself.
The podcaster Candace Owens, okay? At one time, a friend of Charlie's, at one time, an employee of Turning Point. She has been one of the main peddlers of these conspiracies. What do you want to say to her and the other people that are putting these lies out into the world right now? Stop. That's it. That's all I have to say. Stop.
And so as you might expect, Candace appeared to take all of this very personally, and in her latest video, she absolutely slammed Erica's responses overly emotional.
Whoa! Whoa! Erica Kirk shuts down the No, she didn't even respond to one of the conspiracies. She gave us emotion. She gave us emotion. She said, I'm a mother, I am a wife, and we never asked about whether she was a mother or wife. We want to know if she is a CEO and a chairman. And a CEO and a chairman has to compartmentalize. A CEO, okay, does not get to respond and say, that's my family. If you really care about your team, answer the questions, okay? Just demystify the entire event. Answer, come out, sit down, answer the questions so people don't think Turning Point USA looks so suspicious. Don't try to like mom the organization and say, well, mother's upset because people are coming after her kids and all of the multi-million-dollar subsidiaries. That's my children.
Right, you had Candace pushing back hard on the idea that Erica doesn't have time for the noise, highlighting every stop on her recent press tour as well as her appearance at the swearing-in ceremony for the new ambassador to India.
Erica Kirk has time. She has time. It is just what she means to say, not her priority, which is you are allowed to prioritize things in your own life. But this is not a matter of time constraint. It is not her priority to respond to the majority, actually. The majority of people think of this as BS. The majority of people think Turning Point is acting suspicious.
Candace also addressed Erica's accusations of people that are making money from spreading these conspiracy theories online.
So since Charlie has died, that organization has taken in $140 million. But gosh darn you people that are making hundreds of dollars every day on YouTube talking about Charlie Kirk's assassination and the BS narrative that is being fed and the very obvious psychological operation that is being employed to make you accept the BS that they are trying to sell to us. Gosh darn you. Did you make $1,000 today? Speaking about Charlie Kirk? Well, you should be ashamed of yourself, says Turning Point USA.
And Candace later added to that argument in a tweet saying, it is a positively absurd notion that you cannot critique a $150 million organization because the CEO says they are like a family and are grieving, and saying it is the exact same emotional strategy deployed by Black Lives Matter in the wake of George Floyd's death. When I called out their shady financial dealings, I rejected it then and I wholly reject it now. And then in addition to responding to Erica, you had Candace addressing Tucker Carlson, who's recently started asking his own questions about Charlie's assassination and expressing some doubt about the official story.
The FBI has this case, and of course the state of Utah. It's their job to not only find out what happened, but present it to the public in a way that restores some confidence that you can have justice in this country, that we have functioning law enforcement. I don't have confidence in that because there's a lot of evidence that we don't have that. So restore confidence by being honest and telling a story that makes sense. So why, If they don't do that, and they haven't done that, they have not done that, how can you be mad at Candace Owens or anyone else for filling a vacuum that they left?
And then Tucker, he later reiterated his distrust of the official story as well as the FBI in his own video that he posted on X.
Of course, we shouldn't invent theories to discredit the FBI, but it's not enough to have government officials tell us, well, this is the truth. We have a right, probably an obligation, to say, well, can you prove it? And if you can't, I don't have to believe you. It is the job of the FBI to find out what happened and to tell the rest of us, not hide behind, well, it's national security, confidential sources. No, tell us what happened. Show us what happened. Convince us what happened. That's your job.
Also, it's definitely worth noting that the situation, it just continues stoking the flames between Candace Owens and Tim Pool. Right, both right-wing creators have been consistently trading shots on X as well as on their respective shows, each accusing the other of being mentally unwell. And then, while all this has been happening, there's the matter of the TP USA live stream that Blake Neff, the producer of the Charlie Kirk Show, sort of invited Candace onto, but only on the condition that she make an in-person appearance. Right in there, you had Candace saying she hadn't received any official communication and that she couldn't make the date they picked, December 15th, work in person. But still saying, she would be more than happy to appear virtually. But to that, you had Blake Neff responded, saying, yesterday we made it clear that we would be scheduling a formal response to the allegations and accusations you have made. We've decided that response will be delivered during a live stream on December 15th. Thank you for your response, letting us know you will not be joining the in-person conversation. We will be proceeding without you. And Neff also responded to another user accusing him of mishandling this whole thing by saying, of course, it isn't how you book a guest. We are not booking a guest and never said we were. We are delivering a response to several months of escalating harassment and lies. She was given the opportunity to join and decline. But there you had Candace sitting back saying that at no point did they say that her presence in person was mandatory. And then you have her quoting the initial statement from Blake Neff saying that TP USA would sincerely welcome her participation in that live stream. Before then adding, there was nothing sincere about what you did following that announcement, and you deserve the ratio you're getting. Frankly, nothing has felt sincere about the organization since Charlie passed. Right, and with all this, you even had someone calling into the Charlie Kirk Show asking why they've been so difficult about this.
One thing that I'm just trying to make come together in my head is why the invitation was extended to Candace, but not to Candace directly.
What was approved is we announced we are going to respond to this, and what I said was we are going to announce a date soon. We actually hadn't agreed on it at the time I read the statement. We're going to announce a date where we're going to respond to this, and once we announce it, Candace is free to attend in person. That is what we announced, and so once we agreed on a time, I announced what the time was going to be. Candace, for her part, had said, you name the time, you name the place. That is what we did. Lastly, on the point of why it's in person, I think it's pretty intuitive that given what is being said, the way this has worked is that it's critical to be in person if you want to be authentic and to be detailed. And that is what we think is a fair request to make if she's going to participate. But regardless, it is going to go forward because we have agreed that some response needs to be made.
Now, with all this, I do want to note, I don't have a dog in this fight. I am just watching them fight it out. But it does feel notable that Blake Neff is making the argument that you need to be in person to be authentic and detailed, but his co-host is appearing virtually. So, just gonna throw that little bit into the conversation. But anyway, as far as the short term, it looks like it's probably not gonna happen, the TPUSA Candace Owens live stream. But we should also expect fireworks, because obviously she's either gonna do a live stream while it's happening or do something to respond. And then that is gonna just kind of continue this cycle that we've been seeing of just right-wingers going after one another. And so with that, one of the long-term questions is, will they eventually get back together, or will there just be a winner, right? Is everyone kind of just going after audience right now? Especially because as time goes on, it is feeling more and more apparent that Charlie Kirk will seem to be a calming force for the right, like kind of a manager of sorts. Where you look at certain things like Trump was saying, right-wingers need to stop talking about the Epstein files, and Charlie Kirk seemed more than happy to follow suit. And then once people saw that, there were a number of right-wingers that followed Charlie. Although it's definitely not universally the case, it was something that was meaningful enough to have an impact. For now, the fight for the hill or the throne, it continues, and we'll have to see what this means about the future of politics and the future of the Republican Party. And then there's more we've got to talk about in just a minute, but first let me say, my knee, it made sounds yesterday that I'm pretty sure was code for call a doctor. And if that sounds familiar, you can also insert your own glitchy body part here. The point stands, right? Aging, it means every weird ache, it suddenly matters. And thankfully, today's sponsor, ZocDoc, they make finding the right doctor simple. It's quick and way less painful than ignoring it. Because ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment. Urgent care, primary care, dermatology, dentist. If your body has a problem, they've got someone on ZocDoc who's got it. You can see real patient reviews, not fake ones like Nice Office, actual humans telling you if the doctor is amazing or if you should absolutely run the other direction. And I say this as someone that actually uses ZocDoc. But I can book an appointment during lunch faster than I can decide what to eat. Zero phone calls, zero music, zero next available appointment is in 7 months. Just filters, availability, and boom, done. And understand, like, you can book same day and next day visits, which is great when your body decides to be hurt now. And the whole thing, it's free to use. There's no hidden fees, no subscriptions, no create an account. So, stop putting off those doctor's appointments. Just scan that QR code or go to ZocDoc.com/Phil to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. It's ZocDoc.com/Phil, ZocDoc.com/Phil. But then next up today, we've got to talk about how Trump, he's calling affordability a hoax, which, by the way, is also what he called the Epstein files, but he's doing that as people have been increasingly turning to GoFundMe to just pay for their basic needs. Right? You may not know this, but GoFundMe actually does a year-end help, which another way to think of it is like Spotify Wrapped, but for donations on the platform. And while it's meant to kind of uplift you about all the millions of donations it help-worthy causes, right, highlight all the people that stepped up during natural disasters and other times of need, it's also kind of, I think the technical term is a fucking bummer to see how many people needed help at all. Because essential expense fundraising with things like rent and utilities, it went up 20% this year. When you look at the fastest growing categories this year, it was charity followed by just monthly bills. And again, while you've got Trump out there saying, hey, affordability is a hoax, everyone's doing great, more fundraisers were started for food banks than any other community-related cause. And while yes, it is obviously a good thing if there are people out there that are willing to help, if they are helping, it points to the fact that a ton of people are just struggling to make ends meet. Right? GoFundMe shouldn't be the standard social safety net. But between the end of October and the start of November, there was a 6x increase in food-related fundraisers on the site, and that obviously lines up with the government shutdown causing SNAP and government employees missing paychecks. And also with this, I'll say, well, Donald Trump is obviously getting the spotlight here because he's talking about affordability being a hoax, and he is the president of the United States who really talked about trying to help people afford things and pay for things. I do want to note it's not exclusively a Trump thing. Essential need fundraisers, they've been increasing over the last 3 years on GoFundMe in all the country's major English-speaking markets. But also, yes, we can't let this administration off the hook. Affordability is a major issue right now. And in fact, a recent Politico poll found that just nearly half of all Americans find that groceries, utilities, healthcare, housing, and transportation are difficult to afford. And roughly a quarter of Americans skipped either a medical checkup or prescription dose in the last 2 years because of costs. And this is touching so many different facets of life. I mean, childcare costs are up 30% since 2020. And the list of things being impacted, it just goes on and on, yet we have a president who, yesterday, I mean, we talked about it, said that the whole affordability thing is a Democratic hoax.
But they have a new word, they always have a hoax. The new word is affordability.
Right, which, that would be an ignorant, stupid statement on its own, but it is extra ignorant and extra stupid because that is literally how we kicked off a whole tour about affordability. And then, connecting this back to the GoFundMe news, the most used words in fundraiser descriptions, it included work, home, bill, and food. So that gives you a sense that affordability is in fact a very real issue. And with that, you had GoFundMe CEO even telling the AP that people needing to ask for help on rent and other bills, that's a function of what's going on in these economies. So what is interesting is that people do step up and support folks in those situations. And there, it speaks to not only are there people that want to try and help, but also because there is no hope or trust that anything's going to come from the government. With this, and obviously this part is now my opinion, this is not how a fucking government or society should operate. If times are hard or tragedy strikes, you shouldn't have to hope that Mr. Beast is gonna, put you in a fucking game so you can put a roof over your head or put some food in your mouth. And while over the years I've gone after Democrats and Republicans for not doing enough to address these issues, it feels like we are at a time where we have an administration that is almost purposefully trying to exacerbate these problems. And I'm often just left wondering, I don't know if some of the people that are supporting him that are being
like, it's pretty radical, low-key. I'm not saying, oh my god, cancel Asmund, I am so mad. I'm just paying attention to the obvious, and I think it's pretty far. I mean, not even hinting at all that he disagrees is odd too. And I think I feel like he agrees with something. Well, guys, it's only odd if he actually doesn't if he does disagree. You know what I mean? Points. I think that's the non-verbal I'm getting out of this. But maybe I'm woke or some shit.
We are all the
He's
way
woke?
in a different world. And
XQC's gone
he's
woke.
Okay with women shutting up.
I said it may be on woke.
I mean, Pierce is okay with women shutting up. I think a lot of guys are. So the gloves. So And to be fair, like, I think that definitely. By the way, XQC has been a friend of mine. I've known XQC for like 8 years. Criticism received. Maybe I take it a little bit too far sometimes. Definitely. Like, this is a friend of mine. Like, I take criticism from people that actually know me. Very different than from people that don't know me. And I don't think you're unhinged, but you've been rage baiting a lot lately. Yeah, I think that's definitely true, right? Because like, I know XQC's seen a few of the clips of like me saying things, and I think it's been misrepresented in a way. And I generally don't really explain what I think, because I think that in doing so, you capitulate to people that are bad actors. But you're right that some people that are like maybe...
Okay, true. I also do that sometimes. I underrepresent my take on purpose, because if that's what people think, I'm gonna let them get mad because they're annoying as fuck, right? I don't want to capitulate, but yeah.
Him that's not paying attention to everything that I say, maybe it could give them the wrong impression. That's totally fine. I'm not a big fan of Hitler, right? Obviously not. There's not really any sort of conversation to be had about it anyway. It's just common fucking sense, right? Like, I think anybody going out there saying some crazy genocidal mass murder person is good, I think that, yeah, you should probably get suspended for that. Like, and by the way, this is not unique to Hitler. This is some, like, I don't know, like for Mao or somebody like that. Like, I mean, absolutely you should. Again, like, I take somebody like him saying something like this about me.
Mao Zedong, Stalin, shit like that?
Oh, like, actually seriously, and I'll think about it. Rather than, you know, like a Reddit thread or like a tweet or something like that. Especially from somebody that I know doesn't even like me, doesn't even know me, right? And so that's it. So anyway, yeah, it's not a big deal at all. Guys, are you fucking kidding me?
Yo, for real.
Know me, right? And so that's it.
Yo.
So anyway, yeah, it's not a big deal at all.
Dude, no cap, that's hard. Yo, no cap, that's fucking hard. He needs to go to Turkey to get this for real. That is fucking tough.
Guys, are you fucking kidding me?
Somebody said Patrick CC.
Want to go to Canada. I want to go to Canada. But fucking XQC is a stupid fat piece of bacon.
Well, it says him. Yeah,
you guys should see the texting strand between me and XQC. It's all fucking blue. Yo, XQC, when can I come? XQC, I booked the tickets. Are we still doing this stream? Yo, X, can I stay at your place?
Yeah, he's capping it. He's capping it. He's capping it. Yeah, he's doing a skit. He's doing one of those rage bait skits. He is. Bro. It's still happening on Friday. Even Ron's not coming. Like, what? Guys, I pushed it back to make more time, but Ron can't come either. Like, it's still Friday. Like, because he'll fly in and come through. Like, what? Guys, it's happening Friday. Let's say in a world he really wanted to come, right? He could come through Friday.
I was a fucking fan. Yo, Joe!
Color, you gotta put this nigga in the split. Color, you gotta roll him, you gotta put him in the split. You gotta put him in the split.
I was a fucking fan. Yo, Joe!
Faye, that showing an overview of Kenneth dancing for him. Hashtag team after outro. Yeah, but that's cool.
You gotta put this nigga in the split. Color, you gotta roll him, you gotta put him in the split. You gotta put him in the.
You're not wrong with being somebody's fan or whatever. Like, come on, bro. Like, you can support. You get support.
He's not loved at all, bro. Yo, you get no attention, bro, at all whatsoever. He's just crashing your game. You're good. You're good. Just go back to it. Prime, it's just one of those kids that just should have been swallowed. You know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those, bro.
Oh God, shouldn't have been in your mama face. Oh, stupid ass. I'll make it with you. Hey,
Block him. If you just go to go to recent players and block him on Steam, it'll work, bro. Yeah. So go to Lurgy, block him on Steam, you'll be good.
That's classic.
If everyone blocks him, we'll be good, bro.
Where do you go on recent players? Where's that?
My man's laugh sounds like when you fucking died of Bowser on N64.
He thought that shit was funny, didn't you?
Guys, really, it's a funny joke, guys. If you know, you know. What? Guys. No, it's when you die anyway. It's any death. Chat, no? One more question. Is this fun if I take the kids or not?
This is definitely the dress.
Yo! Come on, man. Yo! No, nobody laughing? Really?
This is sponsored by Save the Kids. Don't say that.
Don't say that. He says it.
Are you serious, man?
Guys, that was when the drum was happening. Come on, man. How's that not funny?
So if they try to back up, wait. So if they try to back up, wait.
Jesus.
Or is it like a camera?
Your camera's out of focus because your screen is too. Your computer
Hello,
screen
Mr.
is too.
Cow. I like your stream.
So that's what it's focusing on. People are in the back.
Makes sense. Okay, thank you.
Real quick, just before you ask a question, XQ, this is my friend, Nerman.
I do not care. Let me go wash my hands. Hold up, back.
The fuck, bitch? Yo, what the fuck you think? Yo, this fucking geek. Who's he think he is, bro? Yo. He's better than me. Yeah, he's better than me.
It's vape.
Who? I don't even know who DDG is. Who is DDG?
On December 18th, 2020.
Yeah, who the fuck is this guy? God damn it. Okay, here we go. Let's see if I can find it. What's this one? Let's see if this guy's a viewbotter. Yeah, definitely also, again, a viewbotter. You can see right here. And he is instantaneously within 1 minute, 2 minutes here at 13,000 viewers. Here's a little tip, guys. Anybody who hits their peak viewership in less than an hour probably has artificial viewership. And I don't think that...
May I, perhaps, possibly, get a welcome to
Chat.
the Notifakin Jungle
Chat.
Bell?
How many times have I said that? I said that every day for years. I mean, you. Guys, I hit 100% performance after like an hour 40. Are you fucking stupid? Bro. What? Guys, my average 100% performance is like an hour 30 average. Are we fucking dead ass? Hold on, it's bugged. It's because I have a VPN on, that's why. He goes to what for this? I forgot. It's Twitch tracker, right? I love you, always, forever, even far. Feels like. December 9th. See, like, my average performance. Let's say this is 100%, right? Let's say top performance is this, intro-wise. 2 hours. An hour 6. Like, let's do first peak only. First peak only, an hour and 6. Okay, let's take another stream. Okay, let's take another stream. I'll take any of them. Let's take stream before that. That is the same stream. Next one. Performance. 100% hits 2 hours in. Performance really each an hour and we'll call the first peak 40 minutes.
That your problem is you're just not working hard enough. No, the real answer is sorry, you should have been born sooner. Have you thought about that?
Yeah, but again, that's always true. Older people on average are always going to have more wealth than younger people. That will never be not true. The poorest point in your life should probably be your mid-20s. It's when you've invested the most in your education, you don't have any career, you haven't worked at all yet, you haven't had an opportunity to grow in your job to get a higher salary. Like that's obviously you've accumulated the maximum amount of debt before you begun your career. But that's always going to be true, no matter what. That will always be the case.
I've heard over and over again that a recession is about to hit. The stock market is going to crash. The housing prices are going to come back down to earth any day now, and yet somehow all of these things keep not happening. And for most people, it doesn't make sense. What do you mean the economy's good? My dentist just tried to get me to sign up for a credit card. Since the pandemic, the cost of living has skyrocketed, inflation is out of control, groceries have never been more expensive, layoffs are happening at an alarming rate. At this point, a college degree might be more likely to get you into crippling debt than it is to help you find a job. And even if you have savings, you're more than likely one stroke of bad luck away from losing it all to medical bills. And yet some people will look you right in the eyes and tell you, I don't know what you're talking about. The numbers are green. Is this guy stupid? The problem is each of these people are kind of correct in their own way. This is the best the economy has ever been if you already have money. If you bought a house 5 years ago, there's a chance it's already doubled in value. If you invested in the S&P 500 in 2021, you could be up as much as 80%. And that's not like saying, you'd be rich if you just bought Bitcoin in 1973. That's just the regular stock market. You didn't need to have some genius level of foresight to be able to do that. You just needed to already have a bunch of cash sitting around. And obviously for the overwhelming majority of people, that is not the case. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, you're not thinking about the stock market. If you're in your 20s, you haven't even been working long enough to save any money to invest. You don't get to benefit from rising home equity if you don't own a house. The only thing this graph represents to you is how much further away that dream is getting. Right now, the average age of homebuyers is 59 years old. What a depressing statistic. This is the problem with
There's so many like half-true things of this guy. This video is gonna trigger the fuck out of me. Do I even want to watch this? Average home buyer doesn't include. You should be looking at the average first-time home buyer is more accurate. Like older people buying their second, third, fourth house are gonna drag that up. But whatever. The stock market
Would
returns.
median be a better thing to look at too?
Sure, yeah, but it's every economy is going up is always going to benefit people with more money than not more money. There's no possible way you can ever change that. Like, there's no such thing as like, oh my God, the economy got so much better. But like the people with lots of investment in the economy didn't benefit, but all the people like that's just not, that can't possibly happen. And like, yeah, home prices and everything going up are only going to be good if you have a home. That's always going to be the case. It's never going to change. But
now the average age of homebuyers is 59 years old. What a depressing statistic. This is the problem with an economy that disproportionately benefits asset holders instead of the people still trying to earn them. Wealth grows exponentially, but wages aren't even outpacing inflation, which means if your salary hasn't been going up every year, you're effectively making less money. Meanwhile, the fastest way to make $1 million is to just already have 10 million. Leave it in an investment account for a year and congratulations, you now have 11 million. At a larger scale, this is why it feels like there's two different economies.
But that's always been the case, right?
Is happening, and they're both moving in opposite directions. 50% of the stock market is owned by the top 1%, and only 1% is owned by the bottom 50%. Don't let somebody tell you that these numbers going up should discredit your own lived experience. Don't let...
Yeah, I mean, that's true. If anybody's saying that, they're retarded, right?
Somebody who's benefited from untaxed inheritance or years of compound interest granting them passive income tell you that your problem is you're just not working hard enough. No, the real answer is sorry, you should have been born sooner. Have you thought about that? Maybe it's a...
Yeah, but again, that's always true. Older people on average are always going to have more wealth than younger people. That will never be not true. The poorest point in your life should probably be your mid-20s. It's when you've invested the most in your education, you don't have any career, you haven't worked at all yet, you haven't had an opportunity to grow in your job to get a higher salary. Like that's obviously you've accumulated the maximum amount of debt before you begun your career. But that's always going to be true, no matter what. That will always be the case, always.
Wasting all that time farting around kindergarten class, you should have been investing in real estate. It's not my fault you're lazy. People are getting squeezed in every direction while also being gaslit into thinking that it's somehow our fault. There's CEOs in earnings calls bragging about how they get to make customers pay for inflation so they don't have to. The economy is so bad right now, I'm about to segue into an extremely ill-timed brand deal in a video about greed. You think I like looking like a hypocrite? Of course not. But my avocado toast isn't going to pay for itself. I'm upside down. And I'm going to tell you about today's sponsor, NordVPN. If you're watching this video, you're probably connected to the internet. Economy sucks ass for most people right now. The only reason we're not technically in a recession is because the GDP is still going up. But the only reason the GDP is still going up is because of the AI industry. But the only reason that even looks as good as it does is because a handful of companies are just like passing money back and forth. But there's no recession. You're hallucinating. Because the AI industry is now single-handedly propping up the entire global economy, there's really only two paths forward. Worst case scenario, turns out it is all bullshit. The bubble pops in spectacular fashion. Trillions of dollars of investments cannot get paid out, and everything goes up in flames. Or best case scenario, a few billionaires get even richer. Wait, is that what we're hoping for? All right, you're gonna have to bear with me while I go on another AI rant here. I know I do this like every 6 months, but it's not going away. It doesn't count as beating a dead horse if the horse is still alive. We gotta kill that horse first. People largely do not like AI and are worried about the future it imposes. It's currently being used to make a bunch of promises that almost no one asked for. The main appeal of it comes from corporations who see advancements in AI as a way to further reduce their dependence on human labor. The only thing cheaper than outsourcing jobs is just eliminating them altogether. The wet dream that